The booster dose should be given to the manufacturing and the local domestic industries, and government should work on that drastically. And they should also make the transportation sector more affordable for the manufacturing and the domestic industries, so that the cost of production can come down. And at the same time, they should remove some of the trade restrictions strategically.
So my expectation is that government should focus on more competitiveness of our Indian industries. So it should be more focused on Make in India things. Our Indian industry is not that much competitive in comparison with the other industries in the world. We should not to focus on those industries basically which are high capital intensive.
Expectation is fiscal deficit should increase, as lot of states had been seeking, but the views that prevail is the fiscal deficit will remain at 3.3. That is what government stance was in last week, that the fiscal deficit will not change. Vis-a-vis, the expected is there will be a cut in the budgeted expenses, so that there will be a savings basically for the middle class and all.
There are two things in the taxation point of view, is that the government should reduce the tax slab for even proprietary and partnership concerns, because they've done it for limited concerns, and most of the MSMEs are 80% MSMEs are proprietors and partnerships, so there is a discrepancy there. Also, there is a demand that the long-term gain tax, when you are selling one industry and expanding and buying another industry, also under section 54, the exemption should be given like you have in residence. That is one of the demands.
देखिए, अगर जीडीपी मेंटेन भी किया ये बजट ने, तो मेरे ख्याल से हमने हमारा गेम जीत लिया। क्योंकि प्रॉब्लम ये होता है कि बजट में सारे बेनिफिट्स आ जाते हैं, उसके बाद जीडीपी मेंटेन नहीं होता है। हम तो वहीं के वहीं रह गए। तो ये कॉस्मेटिक चेंज नहीं चाहिए हमको बेसिक इनिशियली जो डेवलपमेंट होना चाहिए वो होना चाहिए।
As far as budget is concerned, I expect LTCG to be slashed, and CTT should be reduced. Currently, India being one of the biggest trading hub, but on the contrary, it is the costliest market in the world, given the trading taxes or other taxes are concerned. So something should be worked on that.
So there are 2-3 things. Number 1, जब भी कोई MSME जब भी आएगा बैंक या कहीं भी, तो हर व्यक्ति कहेगा इसका रीशेड्यूलिंग रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग कर दीजिए। इंटरेस्ट रेट कंसेशन के बारे में कोई बात नहीं करेगा। और रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग का 31 मार्च 2015 तक किसी भी अकाउंट को रीस्ट्रक्चर किया जाता है, वो अकाउंट स्टैंडर्ड रहता था। और 1 अप्रैल 2015 ऑनवर्ड ये डिसाइड किया गया कि वो अकाउंट NPA डिक्लेयर हो जाएगा। तो रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग अलाउ करना चाहिए। उसके अलावा इंटरेस्ट रेट के अंदर कंसेशन करना चाहिए। जब फार्मर्स को हम पूरा डेप्ट रिलीफ दे सकते हैं, तो MSME के लिए इंटरेस्ट में कंसेशन तो दिया ही जा सकता है।
What I see as a CV player, I see there is a loss of around 3 million jobs in last 1 year because of the downturn. So if we want to create more jobs, they have to come out with policies to increase the consumption of CV vehicles. So I think the scrappage policy, what the government was saying so many years, Mr. Gadkari especially, that has to be announced in the budget, whether they has to come out with a scrappage policy, especially for vehicles which are 10 years old or 15 years old. They have to come out. Say that they are not addressed the two ailing sector, which is the real estate sector and the automotive sector. There is no announcement as such for the two sector. I think the economy will still remain depressed looking at the budget. So I will give 4
is a very very welcome move in terms of setting up the bullion exchange, because we as an industry have been pitching this for more than 5 years now. In 2015, when the RBI governor, the current RBI governor, Mr. Shaktikanta Das, was the finance secretary, he had announced setting up a bullion exchange in 2015. And today we are hearing it in the budget that it is allowed to be set up in the IFSC gift city. So though it has taken 5 years and a lot of representations and deliberations, but finally it is seeing the light. So this is a big move. This can help in reducing the current account deficit, which is one of the major portions. And we need to review the individual tax rates. I don't know how, it is said that it might affect, but really need to calculate that. And dividend distribution tax again, which is removed or taxed directly, this could be a good move. So these two are positives, and rest, LTCG again remains non-discussed, non-spoken about, so that is again a negative side. I would give 5 on a rating of 10.
जो बेसिक प्रिंसिपल होता है वो यही होता है यार बजट का, कि आप टैक्स कितना ले रहे हो और कितना आप उसको रियायत देते हो. अब रियायत देने की बात आई तो बहुत सारे कॉम्प्लेक्स कर दिए. कहते कि यहाँ मैंने बड़ा कैप में से छोटा कैप किया, उसको 5%, फिर 7%, फिर इस तरह से उन्होंने सारा कैलिब्रेट करके किसी तरह से लिया. लेकिन इफ़ेक्ट कितना आता है? अगर मैं 12 से 15 में जाता हूँ तो आपको कितना मिल रहा है, उसको आपने कितना कम कर दिया. यानी ओवरऑल आपकी डेफिसिट मुझे 100% लगता है कि बढ़ेगी, 100% लगता है मुझे. और डेफिसिट के वजह से जीडीपी डाउन जाएगी. और ये 10 की जो बात कर रहे हैं ना, मेरी जो समझ में नहीं आ रहा है ये बजट सुनने के बाद, कि उन लोग कहाँ से मैच करेंगे 10. और सचमुच कर दिया तो दिस पीपल आर रियली डूइंग मिरेकल. तो मुझे नहीं लगता ये होगा. ये करीबन 3.5-4 के बीच में ही रहेंगे और हमको और 1 साल झेलना है. थैंक यू. मैं करीबन 4.5 या 4 दूंगा.
I think the budget is 5.5, and there are 5 reasons for that. One is disinvestment, IDBI and LIC. Why we are not talking about? So first positive and then negative. Second is the infrastructure focus is back by funding IFCL and NIFL. Third, power sector got added in the infrastructure definition, and then they are getting the tax benefits. The most important, they are recognizing decriminalization, the word which they have used, criminalization. So they are now one by one, first they criminalized the act, now they are decriminalizing. I don't know what's the logic of, but anyway. So they are realizing because of that, which is not happening. And last is that rural and agri focus, particularly by warehousing setup and the focus on the healthcare. This will all boost the investments and it will lead more money in the pocket of the consumers. The negative I could find only 2 is that one is the tax dispute could have been more aggressive, like they have done a service tax. Maybe 50% of the tax amount, let's pay and close it. That they could not. I don't know why they only talked about only interest and money. Another is that they could have aggressively cut the individual tax rate. Instead of that 4 slabs, they could have just up to 10 lakhs or 7.5 lakhs, no lakhs. Rest, they have tried to address all the issues. We should all appreciate India is a big country. So every sectors need something, and you can't put all the eggs in one sector. So overall is 5.5, and I see that end of the third quarter we should be back on track.
Connecting to MSMEs, there are 2-3 good points which has come up. That the NBFC now can finance the MSMEs. There is one good thing. The tax audit will be avoided for turnover up to 5 crores. So a lot of MSMEs will be out of the tax audit bracket. The restructuring of the loans has been extended till March 21. So that's also a good move. And the delayed payments which are received by the MSMEs will be now application based. So we have to see what they mean by that. As far as the direct tax is concerned, it's a total eyewash. We don't want to get into once we get into the details, but the income tax is a total eyewash. And the dividend distribution tax, Of course, it will help people who have been paying less than 15% in their individual capacity. Otherwise, it will be detrimental to the people who are paying higher tax. The startups, from 25 crore turnover has gone to 100 crores. Hardly startups are paying income tax in the first few years. So I don't know how this is going to help. And my rating is 3.
How they will create that income, that is still on high, which is another big thing. Textile and technical textile differs. So 1,480 crores allocated to technical textile will give a boost to the technical textile side, not the textile normally known, aware of. Export boost, again it's just a insurance cover and premium, and later on need to see how that will take place. Export duty refund online, again if it is done, it's a good move, because today that is a major issue for the exporters. So overall, goody budget. To give pointers from this is good, because you have got all the things that you can seek for. But how from the other side your pocket will be lightened, what are the takeaways from your pocket, is to be wait and see on this. I will rate on the scale of 10, 5.
The better thing is in agriculture is that they have given focus on the improvement in infrastructure rather than giving direct monetary incentives like PP model in cold chain, and given a warehousing at taluka level, not at a district level. So it will it will help the farmers to store their food grains at their nearby places. So it will save their logistic cost and it will reach to the farmers. So it will helpful for increase the income of the farmers and bring the liquidity in the rural market, which is a major part of our Indian economy. So they are bringing the FDI in higher educations and technical educations. Again, it will help in addressing the issue of brain drain. So the technical, the persons who have technical knowledge are moving abroad, and they are improving their economy, and they are doing R&D in foreign countries. So it will help India in terms of boost the R&D if that technical skill sets remains in the country. So again, it will help the economy in future, but immediate effect will not be visible in over the period of 1 or 2 years. I will rate 5 out of 10.
इसमें सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट यही था कि परचेजिंग पावर आदमी की बढ़नी चाहिए और उसी से इकोनॉमी को बूस्ट मिल सकता है. तो जो इनकम टैक्स में जो दिया गया रिडक्शन, उसमें देखना पड़ेगा वो स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन वगैरह सब रिमूव कर दिए और उसके बाद टैक्स दिया गया तो कोई विशेष डिफरेंस नहीं हुआ है, और अगर वो कंटिन्यू है तो फिर इफेक्ट उसका होगा. इसके अलावा MSME सेक्टर के लिए कुछ जो दिए गए हैं, तो जैसी आशा थी बजट में उस तरीके का तो नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी कुछ ठीक हो. 10 में से 5 मार्क.
It's a marathon budget speech, and at the same time I feel this budget is slightly towards hypothesis at this stage, because lots of things are assumed. How 22 lakh crores will be generated is a big question. But looking at certain provisions, I feel the intention of the government is to look at more of the FDIs coming in, because overseas investors, outside India, the people will definitely see this as a very good opportunity from the Indian standpoint. And government has focused this time on various ground level issues, where agriculture sector, which comprises of 50% of the India's population working in this at least, and government has tried to give lots of reforms for agricultural sector rather than focusing on the farm loan wave. And as we understand that there are certain significant move government has taken, like solar pumps to the 22 lakhs farmers, then fertilizers, chemical usage based incentive model. So this is ultimately aimed at giving rise to the income of the farmers by enabling them rather than giving them the sympathetic view. this is one good move. If I have to rate this budget from 10, looking from the collection perspective, how government will generate the revenue, I will not like to give much marks, but because this budget is an ambitious budget. But if I look at the global perspective and from the global investment perspective, this budget will definitely give them the good score, is my hopes, and that's why I would prefer 5.5 out of 10.
The budget is focused on the long term rather than the short term. However, a lot of the, it could have been more simplified for the individual taxation, and by creating multiple slabs of almost 5 slabs, she has complicated the individual income tax from an individual perspective. How is the individual going to identify whether he needs a professional or not? So there, instead of simplification, it is more complication, I feel. Also, if the government did want to boost the markets and the sentiments for bringing in foreign investment, the implementation of the long-term capital gain, which was expected by the markets, there should have been some guidance over there, or some kind of a traction on that path, I feel. Then even the dividend tax is a regressive tax, because to my knowledge, because it is taxing the individual with income of 10 lakhs and more, it will put a tax burden of almost 50% to that. So I feel that there should have been a lower a lower taxation slab, or could have created some slab structure where there could be revenues for the government, but also simplification. The budget is not a populist budget, and I would rank it about 4 on a scale of 1 to 10.
First, start with my rating rather than giving it the last. My rating is 6.5, and the reason for it is I'll just give 4 or 5 reasons. The FMS tried to do declogging and detoxification of the economy, which was a long-term step. And 4 reasons why I'm giving this positive marks. One is biggest thing which we were told right from last 6 months, dispute resolution scheme is coming. Even I met the vice president of ITAT. He said all the cases of penny stock, long-term capital gain, hawala dealers, unexplained credit are kept on hold. In Bombay only more than 8,000 cases are there of similar nature. And 483,000, if it is solved, it's a miracle. Great revenue opportunity. As promised, it has come. DDT, we were promised 6 months ago, it is going to come. And all my clients were generally foreign companies, didn't want to invest in India, even though we had 15%, saying 20% is an additional cost, we don't get credit in our home country. So for us, tax rate is still 35 or 40%. So then it has come down to 15%, which is a huge plus. Third is criminal penalty being abolished into civil, great plus. And fourth and last point is relating to the startup. 25 to 100 crore is a great thing. So I think these are my pluses, which are very long awaited, and they've done a very bold step. On the minuses, no relief. See, MSME does major business through partnership firms and LLP. So no relief whatsoever on LLPs and partnership, which is I think a big concern for all these small and medium. They reduced tax audit from 1 crore to 5 crore. But I think they should have done something on the tax rate for LLPs and partnership. Second is they were to reduce the capital gain tax from 10% to maybe 5%. Everybody was expecting, it has not come. And the last is the devil is always in the detail. The last 2 pages he has not read. I don't know what is there in those last 2 pages. Hope there is nothing negative in those. But still I rate 6.5.
We should give at least 6.5. One thing which we see here is that the 3 pillars which the government has spoken about: aspirational, second being economic development for all, and caring India. Aspirational, yes, it is. However, it may fall short on pragmatism. So, but it is aspirational, where lot of ideas which have come up or a lot of changes which are being proposed are really aspirational. I will not go into the details because I think everybody has already mentioned these moves which are being made. We definitely want to see the government to be more pragmatic, more practical in their approach, looking at the Indian situation, the situation of the economy, the political situation, and perhaps what was more wanted was that they should have laid a roadmap for another 4 years. A budget is a statement on the economy and what you want to achieve, because the mandate is so great to them that there is virtually no opposition. So they can do wonders if they really want to. However, we see the intent is there, but it is not going the whole hog. It is not, I mean, if I were in her position, I would go the total, because I don't know after this whether I will get a similar opportunity or not. So it was a wonderful opportunity to change the face of India into a very, very positive direction. If we go on to the economic development, again there are measures which have been taken. There are some good measures which are there on infrastructure side. Warehousing for agriculture is a very, very crucial issue, and we have seen stock feed lying and it is wasted because India does not have proper infrastructure to store them, and it is not going to people where they want it, but it is lying as a waste.
It was a 40%.
So it is something which they have tried to address. I think they have tried to address most of the problems. Have pointed out that India needs a growth plus 10%. Why? Because the number of students which are coming out of the universities and colleges, if you want to provide jobs to them, then your GDP growth has to be 10% plus. The moment you are down, the unemployment rate will increase phenomenally, and that can create havoc. So people would come on streets, because in any case, I mean, all the countries abroad are sealing their borders. They don't want people to come in from third world countries and pick up the job like US. So now those heavens or wherever people were thinking that they would move out are closing down. So which means we need to create jobs for the young Indians, and for that, no matter what, we need a GDP growth of 10% plus, which perhaps is extremely wanting. This government has shown the intent to move forward see to it that in next 4 years things are put into place. Let's hopefully see that it will happen.